Hello, Dr. Joe here. In today's video, we're going to be talking about 4 groups of supplements that you should be avoiding. But before we do, a quick plug. This is my book on managing high blood pressure with lifestyle approach. This is the second edition of this book. Links to get the book right below this very video. So, how about we jump right in? Okay, so we're talking about supplements to avoid. Let's get started straight away. Group number 1 will be caffeine supplements. Yes, if you consume caffeine, you're going to get some nutritional benefits like chlorogenic acid, which is a very nice bioactive that's got anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties and may even assist in weight loss. And you're also going to be getting energy boost from consuming your caffeine. All of that is true, okay? All of that is true. However, you don't want excess amounts of caffeine because too much of it is bad for your health, okay? Too much of it is bad for your health. In your caffeine pills, you're going to be getting about 3 times the amount of caffeine that you will find in a regular 8-ounce cup, okay? So that's a huge amount, and you're probably going to be taking 2 or even 3 pills of these caffeine pills. And as you already know, that is an excessive amount. When you take all of that, you're really going to feel wired up, and that is not good for your health. It's certainly not good for your mental health. If you have anxiety already, well, such an amount of caffeine in your system is going to make your anxiety worse. Even if you don't have anxiety, you could even start developing anxiety from consuming such excessive amounts of caffeine in your caffeine pills. If you got heart disease, it's going to make it worse. And the excess amounts of caffeine will certainly affect your sleep quality. And you don't want that because sleep is fundamental to health. Okay, sleep is fundamental to health. You are, by implication, also ruining your health. Okay, so not good. So that is group number 1. Let's move on to group number 2 of supplements that you want to avoid, and that will be supplements that are high dose supplements. Because you're getting nutrients from your supplements, you always have the impression that, well, if I take more, that's probably going to be better for my health. Well, here's the truth: more isn't necessarily better, okay? And that's why we have something we call tolerable upper limit. And that tolerable upper limit is there for a reason. So you really don't want to be exceeding that very tolerable upper limit. If you do that, you'll be asking for trouble. And I've given some examples here. You don't want excess iron. You don't want excess vitamin A. That's not good for your health. You certainly don't want excess vitamin E. Bad for your health. Excess niacin. Also bad for your health. You also don't want excess vitamin B6. It will cause you tingly sensations and numbness in your extremities. You don't want excess copper. You don't want excess EGCG. This is found in green tea. EGCG is epigallocatechin 3 gallate. You don't want that. All of these, if you have excess amounts of them in your high dose supplement, you are going to end up with a myriad of symptoms, and sometimes near fatal symptoms as well. Okay, because I did a video where I talked about the gentleman who was using green tea supplements, and he was consuming, as a result of using the supplement, excess amounts of the epigallocatechin 3 gallate, the EGCG, and he ended up with liver failure and needed liver transplant. So you really don't want excess amounts of these nutrients, even though they are good for you. Okay, is the Goldilocks principle. That's where you need to stay put. So that is group number 2. Let's move on to supplement group number 3 that you want to avoid, and they are the supplements that come with the proprietary formulae. What that means is the ingredients are not listed. Okay, the individual ingredients are not listed, and also the amount of the ingredients are not listed. All of that is hidden. Okay, they are placed behind a curtain because they don't want other manufacturers to steal their formulae, so they want to hide it. Well, if they're hiding it from competitors, they're also hiding it from you, and that's not good because as a result, we will be
blinded as to the potential drug interactions. We also will be blinded as to the potential side effects of that very supplement, and also blinded as to the efficacy of that very supplement, just because they are not being transparent. Okay, so that lack of transparency translates to a no. Okay, it's certainly a no. If you don't want to tell us what you've got in your supplement, well, we don't want it. So say no, please, to any supplements that's got this proprietary blend, proprietary formula. Forget about them. You don't need them. Now, let's move on to group number 4, supplements that you want to avoid. And that will be supplements that interact with medications. Okay. And I've given some examples here. There are supplements that interact with warfarin, certainly vitamin K supplements. You want to be careful with those. Supplements that interact with Lexapro, supplements that interact with thyroxine. If you've got underactive thyroid and using thyroxine, well, you don't want supplements that will interact with that. We also have supplements that interact with birth control pills, contraceptive pills. Well, if there is interaction here, you could end up with unplanned pregnancy. And you don't want that. You don't want that surprise. It could be a pleasant surprise, but it's nice to have it planned. You also don't want supplements that interact with, Zoloft, and there are supplements that interact with Adderall, which is used for ADHD. And here, I've highlighted this one: supplements that interact with each other. A couple of weeks ago, I did a video where I gave examples of supplements that actually interact with each other. You don't want that. Please refer to that video if you are interested, and or if you didn't see that very video. Very important video. You don't want those supplements that interact with each other.
Yes, so those are 4 groups of supplements that you should be wary of. Anyway, a quick plug again. Links to get the second edition of this book right below this very video. So, comments below, please. That's it for today's video. Dr. Joe here. I'll see you guys next time. Dr. Joe signing out.